Well, not all flights start in a horizontal plane. Some flights start in a vertical plane. Here to present the Vertical Flight Hall of Fame Award, we are honored to have with us Mr. Matt Hassick. Thank you, Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to join you here tonight to recognize a champion of aviation and one of the true pioneers of the rotorcraft industry, a visionary, an innovator, and a leader. Elling Halvorson has made a lasting impression on us all and embodies the true spirit of the Vertical Flight Hall of Fame Award. When others steered clear of complicated projects, Elling ran head first. From building the most difficult link in the transcontinental AT&T microwave communication system between New York and Los Angeles to conducting the single largest helicopter-supported construction job ever accomplished, building a water pipeline 13.5 miles across the Grand Canyon. Elling has an unusual and inspiring resume. On top of this, Elling gave birth to a new industry, a helicopter company completely dedicated to tourism. As a pioneer in the air tourist industry, Elling's operations can be seen around the globe, giving us others a rare but extraordinary view from the sky. All of us at Bell Helicopter are proud to recognize Elling's career-long contributions, and we appreciate and admire his work. Let's take a look at Elling's career and legacy in this short video.
Before being in the helicopter business, I was in the construction business. We got a contract to bury a pipeline across the Grand Canyon from rim to rim. When we were building the pipeline and we flew guests in who would have been engineers and material suppliers, etc., they were aghast at the experience of flying into the canyon. And many of them just felt it was almost a religious experience. So I recognized that there was the potential for a business at the canyon for flying tourists into the canyon. So as the job was ending, I began to fly tourists, and I actually formed a new company to do that. We originally called it Grand Canyon Helicopters. We purchased a company in Hawaii that had the name Papillon. Made the decision that Papillon was the name that we should use for all of our operations. We started a business that was absolutely dedicated to the tourist industry. And of course, the big operators around that were flying the heavies and everything, they kind of looked at us and laughed and thought, well, that's not going to go very far. But it's proved itself in a very significant way, and now it's a pretty big industry for the helicopter industry across the world. We first built the heliport at Grand Canyon. It's a purpose-built facility. One of the things that we did is we put a control tower in our facility because we believe in flight following very carefully. We put radio repeaters out across the countryside so we can talk to our helicopters no matter where they are. If all the right things are put together, success doesn't happen at once. Success is a process of working at something and tweaking it and improving it until it does work, as long as you have a need that has to be filled. Well, I'm extremely proud of the group of people that we've been able to put around us. The leadership within our companies is just phenomenal, and I think that's the difference between companies that succeed and companies that just loiter along, is the capability and the quality of the people that you put around yourself. I just continually appreciate and recognize the quality and the abilities of the people that lead our companies.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Elling to the stage.
I don't know. 3 months ago, I couldn't speak. I had some surgeries on my throat and my voice box. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead. I don't have a teleprompter, but I got a prompt sheet here. I needed to remember my name. I think that Kitty Hawk is absolutely on the right road, getting these youngsters involved in aviation right off. I want to tell you a personal story. Incidentally, by the way, you notice I picked one of my more drab jackets tonight, and that's the honest truth. I knew you were an old crowd. But when I was about 6 years old to 14 years old, I had a reoccurring dream. And I used to look at Mechanics Illustrated magazines, and I saw these beautiful Piper Cub airplanes, and I dreamt about flying one of them. I had a second dream, of course. I had a little boat that I dreamed about with a small outboard engine on it. But that passed pretty quick. And when I was about 9 years old, I went to the hobby shops and I started inquiring about airplanes. And at my home, you could just smell glue and dope and see wax paper and plans and pins, straight pins, and balsa wood. And I built airplanes for all the years between about 8 and 14, 15 years old. Of course, at the age of 15, I started to notice there are girls around too. But anyway, that stayed with me, and I got my first airplane when I was 27 years old. It's kind of a cute story. It was Christmas, and all the Christmas lights were on in Seattle. And I asked my wife if she'd like to go for a ride and see the Christmas lights. I have a friend that has an airplane, and she was kind of adverse to single-engine airplanes. I said, "This has 2 engines on it. You're going to love it." And so I took her up flying, and he took us up flying. We saw all the lights of Seattle, and it was just beautiful. We got on the ground, and I asked my wife, "Did you like it?" And she said, "I loved it." I said, "It's a good thing, because you own that airplane." Well, I was married at the age of 21, and I was a big builder there, too, because in 4 years, we had 5 kids, and they're all down here. There's Brenda, Ken, Lon. I should have got some water here. But, and I have 2 more at home, that Randy and Rod, who couldn't make it. They have Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. They weren't to live past their mid-teens, but they're 56 years old today and the oldest in the world. Oh, thank you. Well, in 1961, I bought my first helicopter. And I bought the first 47 G3B1 that Bell ever built. It was their test aircraft. You know, it was used, but they charged me the full price. I'm still figuring that out. It cost me $46,000. And that was my step into the helicopter business. And you saw the the film that we did construction jobs with it to begin with, and then eventually ended up in the canyon. But we were a Bell company, and the Bell products were so efficient and dependable, and they still are today. We still fly, about 30 of those aircraft, and they're just on the line every day. And we're waiting until they build another new aircraft that has the platform that we need, and we'll be buying some more of them. Well, this is our 50th anniversary for the helicopter company, and we're and I haven't counted up, but it's about the 97th year of our airline, Grand Canyon Scenic Airways. And so a few more years we'll have a celebration for that. But anyway, I want to thank Bell, Embry-Riddle, Sierra Nevada Corporation, and all that host of people that are supporting this organization. I think it's a wonderful organization. This is my first time here, but it will not be my last. I'll be here every year. I'm looking forward to next year already. So thank you so much, and I'm so deeply, deeply honored to receive this, and I'm humbled by it. I never expected it, but thank you for those who arranged it.